Hello and welcome back to Grim Survival. I'm reading. I'm always doing something. Lately, I am always doing something. I try to. And when I don't have anything else to do, I will sit and talk to you or to my phone as it happens. But yeah, that's what I'm doing currently. It's been one of those, I don't know, it's been a pretty good day so far. It's still pretty early. It's 10 something a.m. in the morning for me currently. And I'm recording videos just because I had something on my mind. I've had it on my mind for a couple of days. The title of the video is Love and Forgiveness. That is the title of the video, and I'm saying that so I remember that. It helps. So love and forgiveness, and that's something that I have issues with. Now, I'm talking to me personally here, and this is basically what I do in my videos. I talk to myself because I'm crazy like that. I know there's people that listen, but generally speaking, most of the things I'm trying to put out there are things that I need to really stop and think about for myself. And when I stop and think about them for myself, then I start sharing. So, yeah, that's where we're at today. So, love and forgiveness. I'm going to start with the forgiveness part because I've had a lot of issues with this, very much so. And it's not just me, but a couple of people around me in my inner circle, I guess is how you could put it. Yeah, forgiveness is a hard one for me. I am and always have been a very outspoken and irritated person. Irritated. I get easily irritated. I get easily angered. I'm one of the people that will just snap when you piss me off. You're going to know it, and you're going to know it quick. And any kind of filter between my brain and my mouth in those particular moments does not exist. If it ever did, I'm not really sure I ever had a filter to begin with, but probably not. And yeah, I'm always been quick to just, fly off the handle, I guess is how you could put it. Trying to fix that. I've caught myself a lot more. It's still hard for me in traffic when I'm driving, and I do a lot of driving. I still do. And I'm probably going to go back to a CDL job soon, just because this whole local delivery thing isn't working out, but that's beside the point. Well, when I'm driving my vehicle and people cut me off and people just are doing stupid things and almost hitting my car, and I'm actively having to save myself in a lot of, and this happens almost every day, almost every single day. I get angry, and they can't hear me yelling at them, but I start yelling at them. I'm sure there's a few of you out there that know what I mean when I'm talking about here. Road rage incidents. Like, yeah, I've been there and done that. It comes from years of driving. I've been driving since, I don't know, very long time. I've driven across the country before I was a truck driver. I've driven across the country in semi-trucks hauling very heavy loads of lumber, among other things. Pet food, that one was really heavy, I remember that. I was coming out of, I'm going to say I was coming out of California. I believe it was California. It might have been Oregon. Coming through coming through Colorado. Coming down a mountain into Denver. And I had this load, I believe that was lumber at the time. And I was coming down that mountain, and it was dumping snow on top of it, but it was pouring rain at the bottom of it. It was a lot of traffic, and I was trying to ride my brakes and use my air brakes, Jake brakes, and everything else, trailer brakes. I was burning up my brakes. By the time I got to the bottom of it, I had to pull over and let my brakes cool down, and then I had to get my brakes replaced very short time after that. I burnt them brakes up. That's beside the point. I have a lot of road rage and anger. I've always had that. I've always been, everybody has a fight or flight response. I've never had flight. I've always had fight, and fight some more. And I did put out a video, Speak Peace. And I've been trying that. And not just, what I put out in the world, but what is in my head, what's in my brain. Speak peace to myself, to people around me, even the traffic. The people on YouTube. I emphasize the people on YouTube for a reason. You know who they are. To this day, it's hard for me to make comments on live streams, even on other videos, even on Patreon. I got it on Patreon a couple of days ago. It was yesterday or the day before, I don't remember. And it's hard for me to make these comments because I know there's somebody out there that just hates me. People just hate me. But there's nothing I can do about that. I can pray for them, and I will. And my book tells me to do exactly that, to pray for these people and just let it go and have forgiveness in my heart toward people. And there's people that don't pertain to YouTube that have caused a lot of hardship on not only myself but my family. Been a direct cause of it. And for a long time, I really just, anytime I had a thought of these people or this one person in particular, it was always very negative. Like violently negative in some instances. My thoughts. Yeah. And very recently, I have learned that I can never have peace in myself until I forgive those that do things like that to me and to my family. I can never have peace. I mean, anxiety and things like that have been caused to certain members of my family because of some of the things that people have done. And I've been trying to tell them, you're going to have forgiveness. It's what I've learned. It's what I've been told. It's what I've been instructed. It's what I prayed about is forgiveness. I forget what verse. I'm going to look it up real quick. Sorry for the typing. So where is this? I know it's in here. Ezekiel 36 verse 26. Now I'm going to my Bible app. Ezekiel 36:26. Where are you? I'm going to have to scroll through here. 36. I like the Bible app. It makes it convenient. 36:26. There we go. And this is going to be, because I was flipping through versions right here, this is going to be, where's 26? 26, okay. This is the new the New International Version is what I'm reading out of right here on this particular app. I'll switch it to my scriptures in a minute. But the verse is, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And I'm going to change that to the scriptures and read it again. 26, where are you? 24, 25, 26. And I shall give you, this is from the scripture, same verse. And I shall give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. And I shall take the heart of stone out of your flesh. And I shall give you a heart of flesh. See, that's a prayer that I've been praying for myself and my children and my family. And for several people on this platform. And it comes from, like I said, Ezekiel 36. I encourage you to read the entirety of that chapter, not just one verse. It's dangerous to read one verse here or there, but you can't cherry pick them, as a lot of people will say and tell you. You really can't. Especially, I mean, churches do this all the time. It's just horrible. Horrible, I say. Yeah, where was that? 17. Anyway, I have a point to all this. Love and forgiveness. So I'm working very, very diligently to forgive people. Forgive people of the past and people of the present. Because it's required of me. It is required by law. My law is right here. So when I say, I'm going to probably start referring to by law a lot in upcoming videos and things that I'm doing. Especially on the plumbing project I have planned for just a few days from now. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So probably early next week I'm going to do it. Video will probably be up sometime next week. Probably. Don't hold me to it. My schedule is erratic. But yeah, when I'm doing plumbing and things like that, I tend to get very irritated and frustrated. Leads to irritation, leads to anger. These things I've seen within myself, they come out pretty easily, pretty quickly, and it's something I got to work on and pray about. And I try to stop it in my head before it comes out of my mouth, and it's not always the easiest thing for me personally. It's not. Where was that again? There we go. I'm making marks in this book so I don't lose things, and now I just wiped ink because this gel pen probably got... Okay, well, that's an interesting spot there. Man, I'll never miss it. I'll easily find it now. So, back to it. I don't have too much time. This video is running long, and I keep getting distracted doing things in the middle of it, and I'm not going to bother to edit it. But forgiveness. I've talked about forgiveness. Speaking peace. Now, I made this video the other day. Speak peace. And that's what I've been trying to do it. Stop it in my head before it comes out of my mouth. Speak peace. Have peaceful thoughts. And, you know, not going around saying, if you come to take my firearm, you're getting the bullets first. And I still mean that, but that's not what I should be putting out there. It's like, I'm going to pray for people not to come at all. And I'm going to have the thoughts of peace that they don't. And I don't believe they will anyway. I really don't. And I'm going to make that video. I've actually been putting together a video, and it's going to be probably a long one. And it's, I don't know when I'm going to have it out. It's one of those things that's hard because I'm taking clips of things, and I'm adding things, and I'm taking away things, and I'm trying to make a point here, and you'll see it when it comes out. And I'm not, yeah. Anyway. So, speak peace doesn't mean that you have to not, it doesn't mean you have to be a pacifist. You don't have to go around being a pacifist. Jesus was not a pacifist. His name is actually Yeshua, if you want to get to it. But I still use, for internet reasons, the names that the Greeks give and the names that the Americans know, because it helps them to, it helps people to identify who I'm speaking about a lot easier, and I just think it works better for people listening. Yeah. I mean, we can get into a thing about names another day. But speaking peace and being a peaceful person doesn't mean you have to be a pacifist. You can still defend yourself. You can still defend your family. You can still have a firearm on your hip, which I always do, always have, always will. All these things. You still can do these things, but you don't want to put out anger. You don't want to put out negativity. You don't want negative emotions going out, because what goes out typically comes back. It's scriptural. It's biblical. I mean, the things that come out of your mouth. What did Jesus say about the things that come out of your mouth? Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to get into this as quickly as I can because this is running long. But love is the next thing. I want you to know I love you. I love all of you. Every single one of you. Even the ones of you that hate me. If you hate me, I love you more. I'm trying. I really am trying. That being said, Matthew chapter 5, I'm cherry picking, verse 17. I'm going to read it from the New International Version. This is Bible.com, by the way. It's all in red. Look, because you know who said it when it's in red. It's Yeshua speaking, or Jesus. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. I'm going to read it again from the scriptures. Do not think that I came to destroy the Torah or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to complete. For truly I say to you, till the heavens and the earth pass away, one yod or one tittle shall by no means pass from the Torah till all be done. And going back, that was 18. Let's find it in here. For true, New International Version. This is verse 18. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of a pen will by any means disappear from the law until everything is accomplished. Heaven's still here. Well, we assume. Earth is definitely still here because I'm sitting in it, on it, whatever. It's still here. And like I say, I love you. I love all of you. And I want you to know what I know. And what I know is that this is a book. The whole thing. Not just the back half, not just the front 3/4 or the back 1/4. The whole thing. All of it matters. Yeshua, Jesus, he taught the law. The apostles taught the law. All of them kept the law. The disciples kept the law. All the way up until very recently, people kept the law. There is a festival. I believe it's Sukkot, but don't get me... I'm a little mixed up on the Hebrew names. It's the Festival of Booths, I think, possibly. But there's a festival. It's a 7-day event. There's 2 feasts during this festival. This festival is a thanksgiving to God, to God, to your Creator, to your Elohim. This festival is a thanksgiving to Him. It's actually the first fruits festival, I believe. Yeah, it's the first fruits. That's what it is. This festival is done sometime around early to mid-October. I believe this year it's around the first couple of weeks, the second week of October. I'm still working on these festivals. I'm taking a lot of notes, and it's all jumbled in here currently. This festival was kept by the pilgrims. It is believed by people who follow this as an entirety, not just, the back part, that the pilgrims of the Thanksgiving feast, Thanksgiving, the American holiday that we have, it's believed that that feast was the first fruits feast, the biblical feast. That's what it was intended to be. That's what it was meant for. That's what it's believed. So all the way back to the founding, or all the way up to the founding of the United States, they were still keeping the law. Food for thought there. You're supposed to keep the law. You're supposed to wear the ZT. You're supposed to do the things. There are things you can't do. Blood sacrifices. You're not doing that anymore because Yeshua took care of that for you. But you're supposed to keep the feast. You're supposed to remember the Pesach, the Passover. You're supposed to do that in remembrance for all of your generations through until the end of time. A law forever that your Creator gave you. Forever. Do we need to define that word? Yeshua says, I and my Father are one. I did not come to destroy the law. I did not come to change the law. I didn't come to take it from you. I came to show you how to do it. That's what he's saying in here. Please, I encourage you, stop reading King James versions of the Bible. It's corrupt, it's wrong, it's lying to you, it's deceiving you. That Bible is evil. You should not be reading it. And I'm just going to throw that right out there. You shouldn't. There are other choices besides this one. There's even other choices besides... just go to Bible.com. There you go. Bible.com. You can download their app. It's right here. It's got so many different versions. Start comparing all the versions. The Scriptures is on here too. And that's this one. And it's TS 2009 near the bottom. You can download... Where's the camera? You can download these to your phone. Download them so that you always have them even when your phone's offline. The verse of the day I've been posting comes from this app. It gives me that. I hit the share button. I share it on the YouTube. I don't like to pick out random verses. I encourage you to read. Read the book. From this side, this one right here, to this side back here where the pretty maps are. You should read it. This one has pretty maps. All right, I'm going to shut up. I really am. I love you guys. I really do. I really do, and I want you to know that you don't get a free ticket. You don't get a free ride. You don't get to go to heaven just because you said, Jesus, please forgive me. That's not how it works. That's not how it ever worked. That's not how anything in life works. Do you think that the Father in heaven made it so easy for you? Do you think so? There are stipulations. It's going to be easy if you do what He's telling you to do. If you keep His law. Now I'm sounding like a pastor. Shut up, James. All right, see you later.